Good morning from Sewell Motorcoach here in Harrodsburg, Kentucky. And while Doug's definitely got me working, he did at least follow through with his agreement to give me beautiful November weather. So it's about 73 degrees right now, and I just finished up the inspections on these two Allegros right there, and right next to it is a 99 Liberty. Bus conversion built on a Prevost XL, riveted chassis where all the paint and stainless steel has been color corrected and polished. Now naturally it does have this Detroit Diesel Series 60 engine back here, but probably my favorite features is that there's no slide outs on this bus conversion, which means the floor plans inside are very unique and functional, which means the designers had a very efficient use of space on them, and I think they were much more creative when they didn't have to worry about slide outs. So naturally, as a 99, there's going to be some issues with it. The most obvious and glaring one I see right now is moisture in the driver's window. Some electrolysis corrosion on the mirror here, but it might be offset a little bit by the updated headlights and rigid fog lights down below. Now, of course, I will take you through this beautiful Liberty, but like every inspection, I got to get on the roof and check the roof for any damages to it. But truthfully, I don't expect to find too much wrong with it other than maybe some paint damage, a little bit of wear and tear, because the roof on this XL from Prevost is part of the monocoque construction. So it's a nice metal roof, all buck riveted together. So let's go ahead and get on the roof. So as we come up here, we'll see, yep, sure enough, there's some flaking on the clear coat on the roof back here and a little bit of checking. But now this is all metal back here because the Prevost monocoque construction is definitely one of the best selling points about these motor coaches. Undoubtedly, the beauty on the exterior and the quality of the interior and the furnishings is what most people see. These are intended to be passenger buses, so that monocoque structure creates a complete, total safety cage around the entire motor coach. And the roof is integral to that monocoque construction, and it is a metal roof that you can see is riveted into the monocoque superstructure. Here's a quick overview. There's no ACs on the roof, so that's 4 less big holes in the roof, nothing to leak down into there. So this 99 Liberty is equipped with marine heat pumps that are mounted in the basement area down below. So that's a lot less holes we have to inspect or worry about. It's also a lot quieter too. Now the other thing I will notice is that the roof itself has been coated with like a white paint roof coating on it. But we'll go ahead and start back here at the rear cap. Now this is a gel coat fiberglass rear cap that you might find on a normal Class A diesel motorhome. So this is not metal, but it is built by Prevost and it is integrated into that monocoque construction. There is some cracking right here. And of course the clear coat has been burnt on the roof here. There's even a little bit of checking you can see in the fiberglass, which isn't too uncommon, and this is a 99, so already this is 24 years old. I don't like doing that math. So we'll make a note of the paint issues and a little bit of cracking in the fiberglass. We'll look down the back. It does have a backup camera. We'll look at these clearance lights or marker lights, make sure they're not cracked. And even though we don't need to, I will walk this back seam right here because this is like I'm stepping on the asphalt deck down there. It's so incredibly solid. There's no give on it. Now, back here will be likely a radio antenna for the bedroom radio, and that mast is gone. So I can break that up too. Now, urethane should last the life of the roof on this motor coach, but if you don't know how to install it correctly without creating voids, it's probably best not to be using a urethane-based roof sealant. Which is why on most roofs, on most RVs, you want to use a self-leveler so it gets rid of any voids and pockets that would allow water to actually get inside the roof. You don't want to just use normal silicone from the hardware store on a roof, because those do just trap moisture because there's so many little voids no matter how well you tool it. The urethane, if you know what you're doing, it can be used. All right, we'll just peer over the edge over here. We can still see a little bit of sunburn on the side and a little bit of the clear peeling. This does have zippy window awnings on it. They are difficult to get a hold of and work with, especially in this day and age. I had a very miserable experience in the last 3 months, but they are very good products, and there's not a better looking awning on a bus. So whatever roof coating they put on this, it appears to be just an acrylic one. It is peeling up in a little bit of areas. You can see the metal underneath right there. The white's going to work really well to reflect the light, but that's kind of a little bit of a downside of the acrylic, is that it will start to peel off over time, more like a latex paint. Right in here, I don't see any issues with the transition from the roof to the radius. Now this is an extruded aluminum transition over here between the radius and the roof. There's not any sealant we need to worry about there. On the sidewalls, we can see all the buck rivets in great shape. We don't have to worry about delamination on an XL chassis on any of the metal because it's all riveted together. These windows are gasket set. They're actually pretty easy to replace all these windows because, again, this was a transportation bus made for quick maintenance and turnaround. All right, so we noted some of the roof peeling. Clear peeling over there too. Again, this is a urethane. You can see that black like windshield urethane on here. But we do want to inspect the base of the fantastic vent for any cracking. And I think we found a little bit of cracking right there. So I think I'm going to have to make a note of that. These fantastic vent bases really don't like to flex, is what I've noticed. And this does have quite a bit of a crown on the roof, which means water doesn't set up there very much. Now, one thing about this acrylic roof coating is no matter what anybody might tell you or what you might think, this is not a weatherproofing. It's not a waterproofing. It's really just going to be there to protect the metal from oxidizing and as a reflective surface. So if I was going to repair this, really I'd just be cleaning it off, getting rid of all the flaking paint, and just repaint this area right there. I wouldn't do much more than just a touch-up. It's really only going to be the spray-on liner type of roof coatings that will affect heat gain, or a silicone-based roll-on coating that will affect sort of heat gain. If you think about a baking silicone mat, it can absorb heat. You can grab it even straight out of the oven. But an acrylic coating is not really going to affect heat gain, and it's definitely not a weatherproofing or a waterproofing. All right, so we have a Venturi sewer vent on the roof here. I don't see anything wrong with it. So 24 years old, and it's still looking just like Liberty installed it, except a little bit dirtier. Now this does have a zippy air electric patio awning. These can be a little bit problematic if you are looking for an RV or a motor coach with a zippy air. You'll know immediately because there are tiny little air lines down there at the arms. Those arms are actually air cylinders that lift up, and then there's a motor on the front side. It's 24 volt. It's a very strange system. It also has this like transmission drive shaft to the middle. Zippy did stop kind of supporting these, so it's important to know if you're getting a bus conversion with a zippy awning, air electric awning on it, that it either works or you might be prepared to change this out to a manual zippy awning. And at 24 years anyways, I'm sure that fabric is at the end of its life. Now, just in front of that sewer vent is another fantastic vent. Now, because we had a crack on that one, I do want to check the base right here. It's always a good idea to lift up on these things too. Like, the sealant looks very good, but my eye says there's a little crack right there too. So I think that one's also cracked. Now, I'm sure Doug wouldn't want me to say this out loud, but while you could probably just put a bead of sealant over the top of that, you'd be fine. I would probably just be recommending to replace these. They're almost 25 years old. I can't see any value to the idea of just doing a patch repair on these 25-year-old vents. A water leak that could cause damage to the interior ceiling panels or the floor down below on this beautiful Liberty. It's not worth it. Besides, it'd be a good time to upgrade these to the integrated max vents where they have the rain cover built into it, so we can actually open these up during a rainstorm. And even though appearances isn't everything, on a motor coach it's a little bit, and we wouldn't want a big vent cover sticking up off the roof for the roof sight line like we have over there. So I'm sorry, Doug, I'm recommending new roof vents. All right, so we'll just make our way over to this side. We have another sewer vent over here. Again, it looks like it's the original one that Liberty installed. That sealant looks good. Look over the side right here. It's just now starting to have a little bit of sunburn at the top of the radius here. A little bit of flaking, but sidewalls look really good. The paint color looks good. This diverter right there has been added. The factory didn't originally put that on. This is a dryer vent that exhausts right onto the roof there, and that's just going to be something somebody added. It's actually a good idea. I support that. They even did a good job. It's riveted on. That's some thick aluminum. And then just next to the dryer vent will be a very recent upgrade. This is the new Winegard TV antenna. Now this is directional, so you can move it around inside. It's the original TV antenna for over-the-air TV broadcast. Would have been mounted right about here. Kind of looks like we got a story where there might have been two different TV antennas here at one point, and so those manual ones, the bat wings, was ripped off or removed, and it was upgraded to this low-profile TV antenna. And it looks like when they updated this TV antenna, they just used Dicor lap sealant. You can see there's no peaks on it like you would see on the urethane there. Now this is again more a urethane that was installed by the factory. There might have been some hardware right about here they wanted to seal off. That coating is peeling pretty good in a lot of different places, but it's not gonna damage the roof at all. And who in their right mind climbs on a roof every year? Hopefully you guys do, because I go out of my way to tell you how vitally important it is to walk on your roof at least once a year and inspect it. If you keep looking over here, I'm not seeing any real damage. I'm gonna follow this all the way around. All the factory original sealant that's on this awning rail is still there and intact. Looks like this is a silicone. A clear silicone is what they used there. We'll look over the side. No issues there. This is going to be an entry door awning that goes over the window, and of course the entry door. Another broken radio antenna over here. I'm sure one of these has got to be cell phone and CB, but we have another one over there. So that's 3 broken radio antennas. Looks like somebody's upgraded to a Sirius XM here. A fairly new TrackVision dome satellite dish. I'm not as big of a fan of these from KVH as they are for, as the Winegard ones. Like you can see on that one, that's a road trip. KVH, a little bit more complicated system from TrackVision, or the RV1 TrackVision from KVH is a little bit more complicated to use. But they even put one over on that Liberty over there. All right, so we have a structural member right underneath here. Again, as solid as it gets. That's been riveted on. I'm not seeing any issues with any of the sealant right here. I mean, this is not too common, so I have to imagine maybe there was a satellite dish or something on here before, and somebody put screws holding the cables on, because there's no rhyme or reason for what I'm seeing these little dabs are for. But it is nice high quality urethane still, and again, it's not self-leveling, or else those little boops that I just ripped off would have sagged down and leveled themselves out. But I'm not seeing any issues with it. And as we move forward over here, again, I'm not seeing anything I'm that concerned about. Even the zippy window awning straps are a little bit beat up, but still there. 25 years later. Air horn trumpets on full display. The industry's moved to take these off the roof and hide them underneath the cap there. You can't even see it on that Liberty H3. And I still like the look of a trumpet on top of the roof though. Even has the original badging on it, but that trumpet is starting to rust. So maybe my romanticism isn't as good as I remember. Pretty good clear peeling on the front cap here. Now, if it were me, I would like to build up a little bit more sealant right at this corner right here, just to keep water from settling, like you can see right there. Just a little dab of Dicor self-leveling, that'll solve that problem. I don't like having water resting on any seam if I can help it. And we do have a missing rivet over there, so it's a good thing we're inspecting that. This is part of the front cap riveted on there, so I do need to make a note of that. Alright, got my notes there. I was pointing out that somebody added a Sirius XM up here on the roof. They have like a strange cable entry port right there, but it's kind of a high quality one because basically it's acting as its own boot, so this can't be down in the water, and it's sealed off very well right there. It still has the old school searchlight on it. I've never understood the need for it other than it's in the boating world, so it's got to be in the motorcoach world. Okay, we'll peer over the top. We'll look at those clearance lights and the windshield. Again, this windshield is gasket set, so it's important to look at the corners to make sure that the windshield's not popping out. But that's not very common on a Prevost because they, unlike RV manufacturers, have a lot of structure in the tube itself so that there's not a lot of flex in the front cap. So there it was, the inspection on this 99 Liberty Motorcoach roof. It is a seamless metal roof and as durable and top of the line as you can get on an RV. Every RV should be so lucky to have a metal roof. There weren't a lot of things to inspect on here. My long-winded inspection probably made this take a lot longer than it needed to be. Let me get on the ground, do the rest of the inspection on the interior, and then I'll try to take you guys to the inside of this. I'm sure it's absolutely beautiful. All right, guys, this is going to be something of a difficult video for me to do a walkthrough on because this Liberty is too beautiful, and I don't know what to limit myself to show you guys to. There are a few issues. I did make a note of them, but mostly it's just going to be wear and tear that you would expect on a 25-year-old coach. But even like the exterior lighting, they've already updated to Liberty new LED lighting. In the front basement right here, they have dual pull-out sections, but they also have this toolbox, and I've been thinking about putting this in my Beaver or something like that, which isn't that exciting. But when you compare it to the entertainment compartment right here, this is insane. Brand new Samsung TV with a Bose soundbar beneath it, which does come out and pivot around. It's unsurprisingly boring Magic Chef, just under countertop refrigerator there. But maybe it's just silly to me, but these drawers right here, I like these latch drawers because as you push in at the bottom, the top pulls out. I don't know why that did it for me, but I've never seen those types of latches before, and I thought that was kind of clever. I know a lot of people would want to know, does this have bus air? Because that's one of those things that people really like to hear about. And this does have the over-the-road bus air. So this will come out the window vents on the passenger side. I can show you guys. So not only does this 99 Liberty have 4 cruise air heat pumps, it also has a heavily sought after bus air that'll run off the engine to cool off the entire motor coach. Now I only gave you a sneak peek at the engine compartment at the beginning of the video. This has 101,000 miles on this chassis. You can see that's the heavy-duty AC compressor for the bus air. And this engine looks pretty nice. What else on the outside do you guys want to see? This does have a 20 kilowatt generator on it from Kohler, and it started up and runs just fine. It's in really good condition. Even the fan belt. That's one of the number one checks I find, or I look for on these generators. But I think that's all the kind of important things I wanted to show on the outside. But I do want to take you guys inside really fast, and I know I'm always taking you guys through really fast, but I always have work I have to do. Wait, I forgot one thing on the outside. Everybody also wants to know what the age of the tires are. So the front tire 40/21, so 40 week of 2021. The dually rear tires 44/21, so the 44th week of that year. And then the tag axle, here we go, 0722, so the 7th week of 2022. So these tires are in really good condition and will last you a number of years. But Doug's got me doing as many inspections as I can in the limited amount of time I have. I got the front cruise air going, so let me go ahead and turn that off so you don't have to listen to me try to yell over there. And there's going to be the TV antenna control that we talked about on the roof. This still has the old Bose Lifestyle system on it, but they have upgraded to a nice Samsung Blu-ray player. The front TV has been upgraded, just like the outside TV, to a Samsung Smart TV again. It's mounted very well, and you're not going to hit your head on it, which is surprisingly common on a lot of these bus conversions, where they take out the tube TVs and put a flat screen TV in its place. Now the driver's seat is an air ride seat, which makes a comfortable ride even more comfortable. And this is the prettiest looking Liberty dash I think I've seen. It even has the layout of the coach itself, with all the warning lights letting you know what's on and what's off. There's the bus AC control, dash AC control. They have upgraded the dash radio at least, so it does have Bluetooth connectivity. Strangely enough, the backup camera is still the original Sony, and it still works. Sony did make a good backup camera. Over here on the left, it has all the rocker switches for the driver to control everything, which you know I like rocker switches. We've already covered on that. And I found the level low system that utilizes the air suspension for leveling to be very responsive and working pretty well. And they even have it an automatic mode for that in 1999. And as silly as it is, I even like this applique wood grain on the middle of the steering wheel. It really does kind of make a normal steering wheel pop a little bit more. But I know. This is all very impressive, but let's see the inside. So here it is, the 1999 Liberty bus conversion. No slide outs on here, and it's pretty much all original and immaculate. While there might be a little bit of wear on the passenger seat right there, the driver's seat's surprisingly in wonderful condition for 100,000 miles. The cabinetry is a laminate vitricore, and it does have some cracking and some wear in it, which you shouldn't be too surprised to find after 25 years. But I haven't seen any of it delaminating, which is probably the hardest thing to fix. The cracks don't even look bad. This is all this original Corian solid surface countertop, even with the cool pop-up switches and controls hidden in the armrest there. Or end table, I guess you would call that. The original salon flooring would have been carpet, but it has been upgraded or changed out to a vinyl plank flooring, so it's a very durable and soft to walk on. And they put it at a dramatic angle instead of just going straight with it. And on the ceiling, it still has a pristine mirrored ceiling panel up there. And even though it looks like there's a crack, that's just a seam in the material. It has the original Tivoli indirect lighting up above, so it's incandescent and has that beautiful yellow glow to it. But all these puck lights have been updated to LED lights, so they're not halogens anymore. And that's a pretty hefty upgrade already done. Now on a Liberty coach, elegance is a pretty standard affair for them. So the valances here are a suede wrapped with two tones on it with a nice braided cord in between. And these gasket set windows aren't dual panes, so you don't have to worry about moisture being in those. Now I've left the blinds open, but these are power blinds. You can operate them individually or all at the same time. I just wanted to let as much light into here as I possibly could. And then at the bottom you can kind of see that perforated grating down here. That's where the bus air will pour out cold air to keep the rest of the coach cool when you're driving down the road. And then don't forget, no slide outs in this RV whatsoever, so no worrying about moving furniture out of the way, storing things. Basically, you just sit in the driver's seat after you unplug, start up, and leave. In the salon, it does have 2 sofas. And while it might be debated whether leather is better than this woven fabric, this is very comfortable. And I also like how in these pleats down here, they hid these drawers. Probably wouldn't even known that the drawers were there. Now, moving further aft, we'll get to the galley here, but I want to start at the floor because this is the original stone floor. I don't know if it's a marble or a granite or the mixture of the two because it does have, looks like quartz in it, but it's my understanding that the current owner had this resurfaced and polished, so that's why it looks so incredibly nice. I had some concerns that I was going to have to take my shoes off, but Doug said it was okay, so don't blame me. Now, as we leave the salon into the galley, one of the hallmarks or calling cards of Liberty is how well thought out and laid out their galleys are. Again, without a slide out, they're forced to be a lot more creative and useful, I think. So you have another end table off the sofa right there at a different height, which is better than having this tiny little extra countertop extension from the galley right there. You have 2 different workspaces. This solid surface Corian countertop on the galley is actually 3 colors. The filled color, this thin band of color, and then this very substantial edging right here, which does have a milled in drip edge on it. So that if you do have spills, it doesn't fall onto the ground or spill onto the ground. It does contain it. And because the galley sink is pretty much flush to the countertop, if you did, you could just sweep everything right into the sink right there. I won't deny somebody did probably drop this sink cover at some point, and they did glue it back together. That's one of the downsides of that. But I do like having the asymmetrical sinks. That way, if you need more countertop space right here, you can just take this sink cover off. You still have a useful sink on this side, and you have all this extra countertop space. Speaking of countertop space, underneath here will be the dual burner electric stovetop. Now this is just a radiant stovetop, so you don't require any special cookware there. On the back, you can also see that perforated grating that's part of the bus air, and above is going to be the original ceramic tile backsplash. That looks just probably as good as it did brand new. It's funny how they always have a special place for the paper towel roll that dispense right underneath the countertop there. Little cubby hole there, and even the original Black & Decker Space Maker coffee maker. Original tumblers and stemware is still there in the cabinet, safely on display. But another thing that's never on display in any of these bus conversions is the convection oven microwave. For whatever reason, they have the doors of shame to hide the microwave convection oven. Another throwback's going to be down below. It still does have a trash compactor and even some bags in there for it. Now, across from the galley will be the dinette, the exact same matching countertop right here, but there's no lip on it, so it's very easy on your arms and your hands. I'm pretty confident these are not the original chairs. And this is just me to whatever future owner that's going to buy this. If you don't like these chairs, let me know, because I think they'd look really good in my Beaver. But the dinette table does not extend out or turn down into a bed. So it's just fixed in position right down there. A very good size pantry. Now this is a slide out pantry. Pull that pin right there. And all that basketry is adjustable too. Now just next to the pantry will be the brand new Whirlpool residential refrigerator. It is a side-by-side stainless steel with water and ice in the door. I love these. I don't like the hidden ones where it's built into the cabinetry. Going through this before we go there, check this out. This just pops out and look at all the controls you have right there, including dimmers for the ceiling lights. Now, because they are limited with the floor plan space, that cabinet's at an angle, so it doesn't feel like you're just walking down a long corridor like a lot of the modern stuff is. You open up that very solid pocket door with almost like a yacht hardware right here. It also has a keyed lock down below. Can you believe that? So we push our way into the bathroom area right here, which is the middle of the coach. It is a continuation of that stone flooring all the way through. You can kind of see the reflection of how polished it looks, but it does have a lot of grip, so your pets won't be sliding around. Right here is the beautiful control center for the entire bus. You have two more mid-coach cruise air controls over here, two inverters, your 110 circuit breakers down below, and all your generator controls and load controls. Now just opposing that, you have two very large floor-to-ceiling mirrored closet doors. So you do have your hamper space right down there, storage space for your sink covers, and a very solid stainless steel closet rod. On this side over here will be more like, I would call it a broom closet, but it can also double as an actual closet or a dressing closet. So making our way further back past this door, it does have a laundry center. So it has a washer down below, a top load washer, and dryer right above it, just like you'd find in a house at this point. It's apartment size, and these are a lot quieter than some of the new modern RV dryers for sure, and washers for sure too. And then just across from there, past this wall, which again is at a kind of a dramatic angle. So you go back and around, so it does feel like a completely different space from the salon area. We'll find a porcelain Headhunter Royal Flush toilet. These are my favorite toilets in the RV industry. Even the bathroom has bus air vents in it too. Matching countertop in here with a flush mounted seamless under countertop mounted sink on it. A mirrored medicine cabinet above, a mirrored ceiling. Hello. A great big huge mirror on the wall there. Hello again. And another mirrored medicine cabinet right there. And none of this mirror is broken, discolored, or stained. A lot of times they're going to be scratched up or have water spots in them. It's very impressive. Now as you go past there, if you look at the ceiling, again, those are the upgraded LED lights. The ceiling mirrors are in wonderful condition in the bathroom area. A very good size shower made out of the same stone on the shower pan and on the shower walls. A very large and accommodating Korean bench seat. That stone does come all the way up, makes kind of a little dramatic angle over here before it hits the mirrored stainless steel ceiling. And again, updated LED lights. Because you know we got to. This is probably about another 8-inch step up. I'm 6 foot tall, so if I just step up into here and go straight across, I didn't have to duck my head. If I was a little bit taller, I definitely would have ducked my head. Coming out, I will have to make sure I step out first or duck my head. But again, even the shower is at a dramatic angle, so you do start getting some separation between the salon area over there and the bathroom area. And can you believe it? Another set of full-length mirrored closet doors that have dressers built into it and more closet storage above. Now maybe the unpopular aspect of this floor plan is that, like my Beaver Patriot, there's really no separation between the shower and the bedroom. So there's not a door partition or a door that turns into a partition. That may or may not be important to some people, but I did want to point it out. Water closet had its own vanity and sink. You have a separate one or a second one here for the dressing area. Not just one mirrored medicine cabinet above, but three. 1, 2, 3 for that all-around view. Hello again. I assumed that this was all for show and that this countertop actually pulled up to be a bedroom TV, but I was wrong. This is just a really nice dresser. And a nice countertop space, workspace for the bedroom area, because right above the makeup table right here is the brand new and updated smart TV from Samsung. So the bedroom TV is located right there. Again, it is out of the way, so even when I walk by it, I really have to try to hit my shoulder on it. Most Liberties, like I said, you'll see push buttons on them. I don't like those push buttons. These rocker switches are the way they should have stayed from the get-go. It's very easy to find those at night. Now the bedroom shades are also power, so they are electric. You can operate them individually, or you can come over here to your bedroom control panel and you have window shades right there. And you can operate those without fumbling through a touch screen or a remote control trying to figure out how to operate the shades. Now, not only is this a king-size north-south facing bed, just means the head of the bed is the rear of the coach. The foot of the bed is at the front of the coach. So it's very easy to walk around on either side, very easy to make the bed. But there is storage under the bed, and you don't have to worry about holding it up with your back. Just push that button right there. You couldn't want for better access. And I did go ahead and hide the combination so you guys wouldn't be able to know what it is for the future owner. We close it back down again. You can even see there's quite a lot of room down here for your feet or for making the bed, so you're not jammed up against the back of the dresser there. I like how they find all this hidden storage space just right next to the bulkhead or the sidewall. It was found space anyways, which also gives you this wonderful workspace, Corian countertop. Countertop space is very important in small areas because you always have to put something down. And if they're all at the same height, eventually one thing's pushing against the other thing and you run out of space. In the back will be the 4th cruise air thermostat control. The air will come out of the ceiling up here. And of course, naturally, you do have a double mirrored ceiling here in the bedroom. Some more found storage space. It is still closet space here. So that's the, I guess, the 3rd closet. Here is going to be the 4th closet. Even in between, this does have the entertainment center, bedroom radio. I will go over there to the bedroom TV, and I didn't point it out, but the bedroom is a very high quality commercial grade carpet right there that's comfortable to walk on at night. I assume this is probably what was in the salon originally. So there it was. This is a 99 Liberty on a Prevost XL chassis. I'm kind of running out of breath because there's so much I wanted to show you guys, and I'm sure I missed 15 things that I forgot to show you that were important. The only other thing that I think we need to cover is how much does this cost? I don't know. I know everybody's going to ask me that question, so I'm going to go find Doug over here at Sewell Motorcoach in Harrodsburg, Kentucky, and see what he's asking for it. And it's not that Liberty. That's his Liberty H3. You should ask if he's trying to sell that. There he is.
Hey, James.
Hey, Doug, can I bother you again?
Yes, sir. Come on in.
All right. So I just did the inspection and a quick little walkthrough on that 1999 Liberty Prevost.
Yeah. What'd you think?
That's beautiful. So 99, no slides. You know I love this. North-south bed.
Yep.
Really nice condition. The floor looked great.
Doesn't that kind of...
All right. So how much are you asking for it?
$199, $999. And as you know, James, we're a one-price dealer. Anybody's watching this video doesn't have to worry about negotiating with us. That's our best price.
Okay. So $199.
Yeah.
100,000 miles.
Yep.
101.
Just over 100,000 miles.
Right.
Yep.
All right, Doug. Now, there's a good chance I didn't cover everything within the floor plan because I'm always rushed on time. I feel like you're kind of working me hard, trying to get your money's worth out of a couple days here.
There's a lot to those coaches that it's hard to. If I do my videos, I've got a video on.
Do you have a video on this one?
I've got a video on that one. I actually did some editing on it. I had my son-in-law do some editing because I have no clue how to do that.
All right. So you did a video on your channel.
Yes, sir.
Your channel is Sewell Motorcoach?
Yes, just type in Sewell Motorcoach. We do a video. I'm not looking to get a bunch of subscribers.
Right. But you do a better... I'm actually kind of impressed with your videos because you managed to somehow do it all in 10 minutes in one take.
So this video that I did on this Liberty, we did it as an edited video because I felt it was very important. But yes, 99% of my videos are all done in one take. And they're anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. And you just kind of have to deal with my flub ups and misuse.
No, I'm jealous.
And my bad math skills and my inability to understand all of the knowledge and all the information on each coach. But I have a general knowledge of that coach for the most part. So just call me if you have any questions.
All right. Call you at
859-613-2574 or just remember SewellMotorcoach.com. I'm sure you'll put a link to the website in the description.
I will.
Yeah.
You're saying if somebody buys this and needs it moved to like California, I'm your man.
Let's hook you up.
All right.
That is definitely I actually think that's an extreme, not to make this video too long or try to talk too much, but you took that 02 Liberty out west, and you've taken other coaches like that London Air, delivered them out west and did demos. You did the whole demonstration for the people. Now, it costs them money. That service is not free. As nice as you are and as as much as I like you and you like me, we're not working for each other for free here.
Right.
And people need to understand that. So if you're interested in the coach and you want James to bring it to you, call me. We'll work it in the deal and make sure that we get a delivery. James would love to. I'm sure I'm not trying to speak for you, but I'm assuming you would love to drive that coach anywhere.
You are assuming correctly.
Who wouldn't?
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. All the information about that 99 Liberty. I have another inspection to do, and hopefully I get to drive this thing to California or other points west. Yep. I'll take them anywhere. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye. Hey, Doug, I forgot one more thing.
Yes.
Sorry about that. So you got me doing another inspection right here. You made mention that maybe you're trying to sell your Liberty coach?
Well, yes.
Your H3?
Well, not trying yet. There's a couple things we're doing to it, but I think the ultimate goal is that we're going to sell it.
Okay.
We did just find out we're having another grandbaby.
Okay.
So the first grandbaby kept us off the road for the last year, so I can only imagine what this next one coming in May is going to do. So.
All right, so keep a look at your website. You might have what year is it?
It's an 08.
08 double slide H3 45.
Did you get a picture of it? Did you go in it?
It was right next to it the whole time.
We'll go in it and check it out.
All right.
Show them. It's.
I'll show it right at the very end. We'll do that.
I will sell it.
A 2008 Liberty Elegant Lady H3 45. I don't know the mileage. I haven't seen inside yet. We're just going to do a quick little glance around, and it's so pretty. All right, so one slide out right here, and the salon it does have the breakfast countertop right there, so not a dinette table. Still that Liberty countertop edge that I love. Okay. It's too nice. What's going on here? Okay, this is really nice. I wish I had more time, guys. I'd show you all the ins and outs. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen this setup on a Elegant Lady. And this one does have a partition door. So the shower and bathroom is separate from the bedroom. And that's a big bedroom slide out. That's not too common on this era. So usually it's just the size of the bedroom or the bed. And that's a king size bed. And the slide goes from there all the way to the back. Look at that padded quilted headboard. Don't have to worry about the blinds hitting your head like on mine. Wow, this is too nice, Doug. People are going to be absolutely insistent on checking your website all the time. So carpet in the bedroom, stone flooring in the wet areas, the galley and the bathroom, and then it feels like a vinyl plank wood flooring in the salon area. Whew, drop out TV in the front, leather wrapped all in the ceiling with wood accents on that mirrored ceiling. Wow, it looks like it has cruise airs too. Of course, we probably knew that because, you know, we were already on the roof already.